Pluto has moved to Aquarius in 2024 and is going to be there for 20 years, and in 2043 is going to move to Pisces. So what does it mean for us on the individual level and on the collective level? First of all, let's think why it's important to look at the long-term transits. This is a foundation, like it's a very deep, important changes which are going to occur on each of our level and the global level. They influence us. They influence the dynamic where humanity moves. When we look at the, this kind of, when we say that history repeats itself, when we say that fashion trends or interior design trends, like they come back, this is because the energy on the collective, like it has like the cycles, and this is why we are kind of coming to the similar circumstances. But our choice as a humanity, for example, to respond differently. And so let's talk about the Pluto in Aquarius. First of all, what is Aquarius? Aquarius is the same axis with Leo. Every time you want to understand one energy, look at another, like how they cooperate. Leo is about being on the spotlight, being the one who leads. And the one who leads always needs those who are actually following. And the interesting thing that when those who are following start to wake up and to realize that this is not my path, this is not what I'm interested in. So you start to rebel, and this is where Aquarius energy starts to play. When you rebel against what's kind of being said to you, and you are looking for a better decision, you are looking for a new vision. This is where this futuristic thinking or innovation, Aquarius, like, is a quintessence of evolution on a planet Earth. Because without this idea, like first the idea that you have built the authority within, you don't feel that you don't need this guidance anymore. You don't need them telling you what to do or how it is the right way, because you have your own authority within, and you are choosing not to follow that path but follow different or create yours. This is the Aquarius energy in an evolved way. And so when we see that Pluto comes in Aquarius, like when any planet comes in some sign, so each zodiac sign, this is energy. And at least on Earth, I would not say for all the universe, but on Earth, the 12 zodiac signs, they represent the kind of energies which are actually exist here, and they have this cycle. So the Pisces is the end and the Aries is the beginning. And so this is why we are going. We think that maybe in circles, but actually in cycles. And so when some planet is transiting through some of these energies of this cycle, this planet brings their energy, like you are adding like spices into already existing soup. So Pluto, what kind of spices is that? So Pluto is deeply connected to transformation and to power. What I was just explaining about understanding your power within, this is exactly this Pluto energy. When you are, for example, were facing in your life, in your childhood, some abusive scenarios, traumatic experience which influenced your subconscious, where like something happened to you and it forced you to believe, like it triggered the belief that I'm not powerful enough, that someone can do that to me and I have nothing to, I don't know how to protect myself. I don't know how to kind of feel safe because this can happen. So this break of the power, this is actually on the global level. It's not conspiracy, but it's on the global level very useful tool for the regimes and all of those people who are driven by shadow, darker sides of the Leo energy, which are using this kind of triangle when somebody is on top and others under them. So this kind of the need for domination and to seeing or realizing their power by others being afraid of them. So it's like when you are so not careful with boundaries that you step on anybody's neck to get your power because you need others to validate you that you kind of are powerful. So it's sad part, but we are actually living in this kind of reality because the leaders which we have right now on the planet Earth, they are old, they are outdated, and they are significations, they are our manifestation of humanity, which shows us that those dudes are literally kind of they are representing us, that our beliefs about what's power is outdated. Pluto, the energy of transformation, which is connected to like destroying everything to the core and building absolutely new on the new flat space. Pluto is the lord of Scorpio, and Scorpio is about deep psychological wounds and all the deep psychological issues. It's something what is hidden, what we are hiding from others, something what is like something what we don't want to put on the surface. It's as people like to say, it's not something what we would speak on the table like dinner with our family. It's something what you talk with your therapist. It's something what you talk when you have deep intimacy with your partner or your friend. Someone like this is something what you let yourself out when you feel vulnerable. This is why the energy of moon, which is debilitated in Scorpio, because it's kind of heavy for emotional world. Like everything what's heavy for us, what we are taking on the surface, and we need to deal with it. So this is Scorpio energy, and the Pluto brings this energy into Aquarius for the next 20 years. And it, first of all, it asks us humans on the individual level kind of bring to the surface your own kind of things which are actually making you believe that you don't have enough power. And in the same moment, it brings society in such destructive circumstances where we will need to realize our power against these authoritarian regimes. Aquarius is an energy connected to innovation because this is also ruled by Uranus. This is a rebellious part, where it's out of the blue, you decide to act differently, or some circumstances kind of happen like kind of new, like something what you didn't expect. So this unpredictability is caused by the old energy was stagnant for too long, and it needs, this kind of fast move. The Saturn, another co-lord of Aquarius, this is the energy which is connected to, this justice and stability. And we look at where these both planets, Saturn and Uranus, are going to transit next, because this is like the mechanism, this is the hands of where the transformation, the Pluto transformation part in Aquarius is going to happen. So when we look at the Saturn, it's just ended transit through Pisces. So it's like the end of some cycle, revelation of some illusions we had about different things, especially at the placement of Pisces in our chart. And right now, Saturn is moving to the Aries, so it's a new cycle. It's opening a new something for each of us. In general, April is very full of transits through Aries energy. So look at the April 2026. I mean, it's going to be something like it's a new opening of new something for you. Saturn goes in Aries, and on my opinion, it's not going to be something fluffy, because Aries is the energy of like start and run and to get your peace. It's about being the first, being the one who it's the energy of, you know, this when you have an idea and you run for it. Saturn always makes everything slow, and it restricts this fire. And so by coming, like, Saturn is a heavy energy. It's according to different systems, Saturn is connected to bringing old karmas, or bringing like the justice in the parts where it was not balanced. And when it's connected to fire, it means, unfortunately, on my opinion, it can be connected to different activities in the world, which is connected to war. And war, which is about like for leadership, because Aries wants to be the first one, and it will be fighting for it. Saturn with the Mars is the ruler of Aries. These are two very controversial energies, and they are actually both connected to technology, but they are energies which are creating a lot of tension. On the personal level, we might have this somehow connected to our physical body, because Aries is connected to our little physical body. So I don't know, maybe you kind of hurt your leg and you cannot move fast or run fast. You were planning to run every day, and now right now, for example, your doctor says like for several months you need to just walk. I mean, everything is fine, just don't rush. And you're like, I wanted to do that. And in different things, we might be like, I wanted to go fast. I want to improve this. I want to live together with someone, but they are far away, or something. I mean, something complicated on the individual level, but on the collective level, it can be something really huge, which is about something happening so fiery, which can bring some transformation into society. As we know, that Aries is very, individualistic. It's about me, myself, and I. And that's actually where this kind of our leaders are staying at right now. And on my opinion, this is exactly the period when they can actually fight for their places in their chairs, just to be kind of straightforward about it. So this is a period, like, it's the next 2.5 years, but also their present Neptune. And Neptune can bring delusions, which is very sad, because we can be again provided with not real picture, because of these leaders need to remain their power, so they will live in different ways. And the second thing, the Uranus, the colored of Aquarius, is going to be in Gemini just literally in a month for 7 years. It has been in Taurus for the last 7 years, and so Taurus is about stability. It's the energy connected to our financial stability, our families, our wealth, our savings, our Uranus brought, all of these things started to not be that stable for us. It questioned, financial roller coaster. I mean, like Kiyosaki says, invest in gold. Some people say invest in cryptocurrency. Some people say buy dollars, don't buy dollars. Buy euros, not buy euros. Invest in Chinese companies, they are growing. All of these things, we don't have stability right now. We had COVID, which absolutely removed any feeling of stability in the world. And right now, we faced like one war after another, one conflict after another conflict. And we are in the position of being kind of like the society, because Pluto since 2024 it's already in Aquarius, and so we are already questioning, are we actually powerful having some savings, let's say, under the pillow in this currency, or are we safe? I don't know. So like the health of our family also is a questionable thing when we face pandemic. Different kinds of things which were like making us to question who are we, how powerful are we, how many truths we know, what we can rely on, what gives us the feeling of safety and stability. That was Uranus transited Taurus. The questions was there. And of course, everyone has different impact, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. So look how good Venus is in your chart. Right now, when Uranus transit to Gemini, in 1 month, in the end of April 2026, I will go on to do the video exactly about this transit, because it's quite interesting and deep to think about it. But if we like go into this fast, Gemini energy is about going to sides. We also know that it's about exchanging of information, it's about social media, it's about all kinds of communication, learning, and mental stimulation. It's about learning new things in general. And Uranus is obviously something like an innovation, maybe technology connected to all of our social media and communication. So during the next 7 years, the way we see communication as a society is going to change, and the way we see education itself is going to change. Obviously, AI is going to be influencing lots of the areas of our lives, and somehow it will have a huge impact on us as a society. What's important for me to say here is that when you have this duality sign, the exchange of information, for sure there's going to be some let's face it, we are not living in an utopian world where Pluto would come, Saturn brings only how to say it, in the right pace transformation for each person, or activities you are investing some specific Saturn in Aries energies in something, so you're bringing into collective some energy of patience and understanding, and at the same moment you're using social media and communicating with everyone honestly, and you are bringing all the right thing, you are humble and noble and all of these things with we are not like that. Let's be real. There is a lot of propaganda, there is a lot of impatience. We are hating different things which are happening in the world. Trust me, I'm Ukrainian, I know what means to kind of learn to not be hateful somewhere in some direction. This energy produce fire, which we see, the Aries energy, this whole kind of quintessence of Aries. The fire on the planet Earth is connected to, like, people are mad at the regimes, people are mad at lies, people are mad all of this manipulation and propaganda, and all of these things are kind of they're all boiling and creating the reality which we see. And the thing is that this the overall thing, the Gemini energy with Uranus is going to influence a lot the way how we communicate, what we see as truth, who provide truth, how true we are to ourselves. Do we see the both sides, like do we see the duality? And also it can bring in the societies the duality, like for example the war happening somewhere, and people, some people support one side, some people support another side. The same within one country, like one leader is hated or loved by like so opposite groups. We absolutely know what we are talking about, that it brings way too much tension. I mean, tension between these two groups. So this duality of Gemini can bring abrupt changes in the dynamics of the society. And society can be transformed by going different directions as well. Because some people, for example, choose peace, patience, kindness, bringing this kind of energies into collective, and other people can choose, for example, being hateful, running into the war field. I mean, for example, where it's not necessary, or different things which are investing in the collective, something which kind of feeds the machine. And this is the question for us, humanity, which side will win? Because let's face it, there are not really good guys on the planet Earth who are planning to, to use technology, things where we are lied or we are manipulated through social media. That, for example, chip which is putting in your brain, helping your nervous system to get calm, but in the same moment they know how to program you to do what you want, something like that. For example, it's just my thoughts. I'm not good at technologies, it's not my strong part, but I'm trying to say is that during the next 20 years, this is the question to us as a humanity on the individual, when we are facing our own problems and traumas from the old times. We are opening our eyes to that and realizing I'm able to kind of overcome it and won't heal it, to leave it behind, and to realize that you have powers. This is how you're upgrading yourself into your own belief towards what is power. When you are doing this, you are investing into collective, the energy which is making these people who are in power and using technologies to manipulate people and minds, they are becoming less powerful, because there are more people who are not buying their stuff. And so, I'm not saying the what they produce, but I'm trying to say that buying their vision that it's going to be a better. But what I'm talking about this, because Pluto is about the power dynamics. Pluto in Aquarius means Aquarius is going to upgrade, the way we understand power is going to be evolved through these 20 years. The evolution of understanding what's power and who hold the power is going to happen during these 20 years. And it's very important to not give it away to the hands of those who are not, let's say, just good people. And for us humans, is very important to know is that the key to not letting the worst happen on the planet is actually realize that each of us has own power, huge, to not make it happen. This is how we influence them. This is how we are not letting them feel stronger, because we are not letting them know that we believe that they are powerful, because we know that we are powerful, not them. And another thing which I would say here on this transit, I absolutely believe that other world civilizations are going to visit. And one way or another, I hope that the communication with another civilizations from another dimensions, I don't know, another planets, it can bring like these innovations, a new taste. We are all boiling here in the same bottle. We are all tired of all this. And when some new civilization, for example, appears and they help us or teach us and kind of guide us in the direction of new ways or options of building structures of power, it can make it like a fresh air for us, and the ruination of those people who are kind of so, they're locked in their mind, who believes that technology and robots and all of these things, this is what is like, where's the future, that you can create a robot who clean at your house, robot who is your woman, and all of these things. People who value feelings and emotions, they understand that never robot, the machine who is programmed to act the best way, it's not able to produce this real human or real soul level of communication and interaction. So our job is to value this, and I believe that this kind of knowledge can come also to us from some otherworldly experiences. And one thing, by the way, on this specific topic, some of you may know Bashar. So this is Daryl Anka, the guy who is channeling the entity from some civilization, which by its own words is like 1000 years ahead from humans. And the point of this channeling is to bring the message to humans that you are the creator of your own reality and stuff like that. I find it really interesting and useful, by the way. Some people don't like him, don't trust him. I like him. And so he told through Daryl in channeling that they don't have governments and they don't have time. They don't need any kind of system to kind of rule, because everyone is ruled by the guidance within, and they are not, for example, when they meet each other, they don't have the agreement about meeting, because they are always where they need to be, at what moment they need to be, doing what they have to do. It's like everything from within, they are so in tune and in alignment with who they are, that they don't need like to follow some kind of outside plan. And also he said that why he's actually helping us humans, because before their civilization, they were very focused, like they were too much mentally oriented on life, and they were creating technologies. And so it went too far that their reproductive systems and organs started to decline, and they started to notice that they are going to extinct as a civilization, because reproduction is getting worse and worse. And so those guys, those civilizations, they were creating different ideas, like clone each other. They were doing it under the ground. They started to live outside the sun. They were inventing I don't know actually about sun, it's maybe I'm making it up. So they were kind of looking for different options and didn't find the decision, like what to do. And so they decided to come to Earth to steal people. So he was apologizing for that. He said that yes, we were doing it because there are stories, and I do believe those people could be stolen by extraterrestrials. So they were stealing people to take their DNA and to kind of use it to create like a hybrids, like a new species, who this guy right now is, who like this entity who is channeled. So, and what helped them, so this human's DNA helped them wake up to the heart kind of level of understanding life, because they're very mental, and right now they realize that it's important to go into the direction of heart communication, or kind of like they started to be guided from within. And it's very interesting, on my opinion, because the next transit of Uranus after Gemini, 7 years is going to spend in Gemini. It's going to be 33, and after that it's going to go in Cancer, which is connected to this heart center, kind of nurturing, mother love. I mean, Cancer energy is about our breastfeeding area, so that's like love giving thing. And I believe maybe this kind of waking up can happen, or like realization of that any robots, whoever, can be created, but they can never replace the real heart communication and connection. That the technology cannot make it like happen the way it is on the soul level. So yeah, and this is why this civilization right now is happening us, because it is helping us, because they want us to not follow their path and to wake up to our heart before we are kind of all over in the machinery. And he said, I just see that you kind of moving in the similar direction. We are doing similar actions, and it's still time for us to wake up as a humanity and to kind of not be absolutely obsessed by technology and kind of use it only for kind of better way. You understand what I mean, like when you use it not to kind of replace people or for domination and power and to make I don't know, it's a strong army with all of your technologies, but actually when you apply it, I mean, for example, in the many things which, for example, hard-working people, I mean, hard professions, they can be replaced with robots. And for example, when it's, I mean, I'm thinking in a utopian way, people like able to do what they want, for example, to create something, to do art, to, I don't know, express themselves differently because they have ability to not work at that crazy physical work. I know that you may say, but how you earn money, but this is not the conversation for now. Right now, our job is to focus on how to build the authority within, to not forget that you still have this Leo, that you are powerful and you kind of able to at least be powerful enough to release yourself from the old wounds and trust your own evolution, and to not be afraid to fall, because falling helps you get up and know how to move the next time without falling. So facing the dark within, and it can be the interesting, important investment into collective. And friendships can also transform. Aquarius connected to friendships. and your social circles also, because if you change, they also change. And by the way, I do believe that we people really need to build tribes and communities and take care about our mental health from the position of finding your people, like-minded people, people with who you can love. Not only talk about this deep psychological stuff, but also people with who you can enjoy time. I mean, I know some. I saw it somewhere in social media. A woman made a post that she and her friends, and I think friends of friends, so they have every year something like a gathering. They rent a house, a big house, and for several weeks or something, and they come together in this place and they read over there. And so I think then they can share what they read, and I think they spend really good time together. So the fact that you can just rent some place in a very kind of beautiful nature, for example, with another people, with where you feel safe, it's wonderful. I believe this is what we actually need to do, because religions know it and they use it in different ways. I mean, they gather people, they talk about love and compassion and honesty, and I mean, all of these things where our hearts start to melt. We feel that we belong somewhere, we connect, communicate, we are heard over there. So this is why it makes people, like all of these sects, they kind of stuck over there, because they feel this sense of belonging. We humans need it. It's like the same as we need the touch, the conversation, the love, the energy, or information exchange. We need the sense of belonging. And when we understand ourselves deeper, we understand what are our values, and so we can kind of connect to those who sees life or understands things similar to ours. And this is brings like this feeling of kind of the feeling of belonging to the real taste of life, which we humans really need to invest into a collective. Okay, and on this I want to finish, and if you have your questions, you can write down below or contact me. I do personal consultations, and the link is down below, the link on calendar. You can choose any comfortable date and time for yourself, and see you there or in the next videos. Bye bye.